Hello to all the Doctor Who Dungeoneers out there. I just got done wrapping up the first season of class, and it got me thinking about Doctor Who. And I just was coming here to tell you guys on how I started watching Doctor Who, albeit it wasn't that long ago. As much as I like Doctor Who, and I talk a lot about Doctor Who, I haven't been watching it for very long. In the scope of the Doctor Who world and timeline, I'm only 9. So I started watching around Eccleston, towards the end of Eccleston's run, and then into 10, David Tennant. So I'm fairly new to Doctor Who. There's people who've been watching this for a long time. It's been going for 50 years, so 50 plus years. So I mean, yeah, people definitely have more knowledge than I do in the Doctor Who world. But I started watching Doctor Who. I watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of sci-fi stuff like that. And I didn't really get it beforehand. I didn't understand how the Doctor was always changing, and it wasn't the same Doctor. And I'd ask people, and people say they didn't know. And this is gonna sound bad, but this was the days before the internet. So I couldn't easily have went and looked stuff up. If you didn't know someone who liked that stuff, then you really didn't have a way to find it. And here in the States, we really didn't get much Doctor Who. On PBS, every once in a while, you'd get an episode. That's how I started watching when they brought Doctor Who back to the airwaves. They pushed them in the States a lot more, this second wave. And that's when I started watching Doctor Who. When I moved back home, I really watched Doctor Who. That's when I just found that I enjoyed it very much. They say that the first Doctor you watch is always your favorite Doctor, but by far that is not me. I started with Eccleston. Not saying he's a bad doctor. Not saying any bad doctor's a bad doctor. But they're not my doctor. So Eccleston is where I started. Then I didn't mind him. I'm a punk rock man, so I enjoyed that aspect of him. David Tennant. When I watched David Tennant, I really liked David Tennant. And that's what I imagine the epitome of what the Doctor was David Tennant. And all that changed upon that regeneration. When Matt Smith first came on, I remember saying to a friend on Facebook, I'm sure it was Facebook, because was it MySpace? It may have, no, I don't think MySpace was around at that time. I think it was Facebook. But I remember saying, like, Matt Smith, I didn't know his name, I didn't know anything about him. I was like, whoa, this new Doctor looks like a monkey. I don't know why. That was the first thing that popped in my head. And then upon watching the first episode of Matt Smith, I instantly was hooked. And Matt Smith is my Doctor. So, for me, Matt Smith was my third Doctor. My second favorite is the third Doctor. Him in the car, yeah, that was some cool stuff. But Matt Smith definitely was and is my Doctor. His childish behavior just gripped me. His interaction with River Song, that whole story arc with people say that this is the point in Doctor Who's writing that it's got a little out of control. But who cares? It's Doctor Who. You don't need it all to add up. It's Doctor Who. It's a guy who travels in a blue box through time and space. So you just gotta forget to believe in reality every once in a while when you watch Doctor Who. But yeah, so Matt Smith is definitely my man. I'll watch Matt Smith now, even still, you know. But I just wanted to come on and share a little Doctor Who video on me, since I started this Doctor Who. Smokey tries to explain the question, Doctor Who, but so that's where I'm starting from, not that long ago. So if you guys have a lengthier time that you've been watching Doctor Who, or you've been a Whovian, you know, by all means, let us know. You know, that's why I started this little Doctor Who page, because I don't get to Doctor Who out much with people, because not many people watch Doctor Who, which is sad, which is very sad, because there is such good programming with Doctor Who now. Yeah, I'm a fanboy, so of course I'm going to say that. But it's definitely, with the class is meant for, you know, the younger grouping of high schoolers, like, we'll say 16, 19-year-olds. Doctor Who is for every generation, you know, from kids on up. There was Sarah Jane Chronicles. That was a very nice little spin-off series too. That was good for younger kids. You know, that was definitely geared towards, you know, 8-year-olds. But still, it wasn't bad. It gave you Doctor Who fluff. You know, they slid in, you know, the Slavarians and stuff like that. So it was nice. Speaking of which, class got really good. I don't even want to say what the ending alien was, because that last couple minutes of the class for this first season, it's gonna be a good second season. Definitely look out for that. But alright, yeah, that's all I want to talk to you about. You know, say a couple things about Doctor Who. Say how, you know, Matt Smith is the one who definitely gripped me the most. Yeah, definitely has made me a true Doctor Who fan. Before I was a fan, but then Matt Smith came along, and that's when I became like, yeah, where has this been my whole life? Like, you know, so that's all. I know I talk a lot about Doctor Who. It's just because I've been told I get into these fads and I learn everything I can about stuff. So I just like learning new cool stuff, and Doctor Who is by far cool. I mean, seriously. Because of Doctor Who, I'm wearing bow ties again. And everyone knows bow ties are cool. So, yep. Alright, that's it. It's already been like 9 minutes, so that's all. Enough Doctor Who. We're out. Bye.